The sky was a relentless canvas of electric fury, crackling with the sharp blue light of 1,000 strikes. It was a world where the sky was never silent, where thunder rumbled like a beast awakening, and the air felt thick with the static energy of an eternal storm. For the early humans of this age, the constant storm was a fact of life, an ever-present danger, but also a part of their existence. This is the story of those who had to learn to survive, to adapt, and to thrive in a world that constantly threatened to burn them alive. The scene opens with a small tribe of Homo habilis gathered at the edge of a dense forest on the African savanna. The group, led by a seasoned hunter, is preparing for a ritualistic hunt. The storm clouds loom overhead, the dark sky crackling with energy. The air smells of rain and ozone thick with the humidity of the oncoming downpour. It is a moment of stillness, the calm before the storm. But the calm doesn't last. As the tribe sets off into the open plain, the sky tears open with a brilliant flash, followed by a thunderous roar. Lightning strikes the ground just a few hundred meters away, sending a pulse of terror through the group. The leader, a tall figure with weathered skin, signals for everyone to stop. Their eyes scan the sky nervously, knowing that this storm is not just an inconvenience, it is a killer. The group quickly scatters, moving with practiced precision. They seek cover, ducking under the sparse trees that dot the savanna. But there is nowhere truly safe. The storm is everywhere, and it is not just the lightning they must fear. The electric charge in the air makes the animals restless. In the distance, a herd of wildebeest, startled by the sudden strike, panics and begins to stampede. The hunter's grip tightens on his stone-tipped spear. This is the moment they've trained for a dangerous hunt, made even more perilous by the storm's fury. As the herd rushes by, the leader signals to a group of younger hunters to flank from the left. They move quickly, weaving through the underbrush, but with every step, the air becomes more charged, more dangerous. The sky flashes again, and with it comes a rumbling crack of thunder so loud it seems to shake the ground beneath their feet. For a split second, the group freezes, fear gripping their hearts as they wait for the inevitable. Then, a roar from the right. A massive lion, its mane wild and electric in the flashing light, charges toward them, its eyes glowing with primal fury. The group scatters in a frantic attempt to avoid the beast. But the storm has made everything unpredictable. The lion leaps, its claws outstretched, and one of the hunters is thrown to the ground. Lightning strikes just above them, and for a moment, the world seems to explode into light and sound. The tribe's leader, with a primal cry, rushes forward, using a flaming branch from a nearby fire to ward off the lion. He swings it wildly, the flames illuminating his face in a fierce, desperate expression. The lion hesitates, caught between fear of the fire and the instinct to attack. The hunter takes advantage of the moment, lunging forward with his spear piercing the lion's side. The creature lets out a guttural scream before falling to the ground in a heap. The tribe, breathing heavily from the chase, regroups quickly. The leader, his heart pounding, checks on the injured hunter. Blood pours from the man's side, but it is not a mortal wound. The group pulls together, using their knowledge of herbal remedies to tend to the wound. Despite the chaos, the storm, and the life-or-death struggle, they have survived once again. The bond between them grows stronger as they share the spoils of the hunt, their laughter and camaraderie echoing against the backdrop of the ever-stormy sky. The storm continues to rage, but the tribe presses on, moving deeper into the savanna. The hunt is not yet over. They know that even in the chaos of the storm, there is no rest. The skies may have torn open above them, but the world continues to turn indifferent to their struggle. This is their reality, a world of constant storms, A world where survival is not just about hunting or gathering, but about outlasting the very elements themselves. The tribe reaches the edge of a dense forest, the tall trees bending under the weight of the wind. The leader, ever watchful, signals for the group to stop. He knows this place well, a small river hidden in the depths of the forest, where they can find shelter from the lightning and the storm. It is a moment of reprieve, a brief chance to gather their strength. As they move toward the riverbank, the younger hunters gather water in large leaves, carefully cupping the cool liquid as it splashes from the river. The older members of the tribe begin to prepare the fire using their knowledge of the storm to their advantage. The lightning may strike with fury, but it also provides a chance to harness the fire for warmth, for cooking, for protection. But the calm is fleeting. The wind picks up again, howling through the trees like a wild animal, sending a chill through the group. The sky above them darkens further, and they know that another storm is coming. The leader looks to the sky, his expression grim. This storm is different. The air is thick with moisture, and the storm clouds are swirling with a menacing energy. The tribe has faced many storms, but this one feels more dangerous, more unpredictable. In the distance, a figure emerges from the trees, another tribe moving swiftly and silently through the underbrush. They are nomads like the tribe, but their intentions are unclear. The leader raises his hand, signaling for the group to stop. Tension builds in the air as the two tribes face each other, eyes locked, each aware that the storm is not the only thing they must fear. The two groups stand in silence, the crackling of the storm, the only sound between them. The leader of the nomadic tribe steps forward, his eyes wary but calculating. The tribal leader meets his gaze, and in that moment, both men understand the unspoken truth. Survival is not just about fighting the storm, but about surviving each other. The tension is broken by another flash of lightning striking a nearby tree. The ground shakes, and both tribes jump back instinctively. The sudden shock of the strike forces them to act quickly. The nomads with their spears raised advance, but the tribe's leader is faster. With a signal, they launch a coordinated defense, using the trees for cover as they fight back. The battle is fierce but short-lived. The storm itself seems to be an equal force, tearing through the trees and creating chaos, forcing both tribes to scatter. For a moment, it seems as though the storm will consume them all, but through the chaos, the leader of the first tribe finds a moment of clarity. He grabs a handful of herbs from the ground, mixing them with the water gathered earlier, creating a potent brew to calm the nerves of his tribe. As the storm begins to wane, both tribes, battered but alive, gather together under the shelter of a large tree. The leader calls for a ceasefire, his voice strong and firm. The two groups sit together, sharing the fire and the food they've hunted. The storm has passed, and for now at least there is peace. In the light of the fire, the leader of the nomads speaks, his voice low. We fight the storm together, for it is the storm that tests us all. Alone, we are weak, but together we survive. The leader of the first tribe nods in agreement, his face softened by the flickering firelight. Survival is not about the storm or the hunt. It is about unity, about enduring together. The fire crackles, and the storm is nothing but a distant memory. The camera pans upward, showing the stars finally breaking through the storm clouds. For the first time in the entire story, the world is calm. A deep breath of relief fills the air, and the firelight dances on the faces of those who have survived. They know that the next storm is always coming, but for now, they have lived to see another night. The bond between them, forged in the heat of the storm, will carry them through whatever comes next.